crime. A warped, detached, fairly grim side of the internet, if I may say so myself. Welcome to the HR department, case file of the day, true crime, and the people who partake in it. Listen, I'm going to be vulnerable with you here. I suffer from a very specific condition. It's taken over my life for maybe the past 7 years. It leaves me with the inability to be able to fall asleep without hearing somebody tapping a wooden block in front of my face. I admit it, sue me. I am an avid consumer of ASMR. Not the weird stuff though. I'm not sure who's into that. I don't want to think about who's into that. Last night I went to bed, as usual, listening to my tapping ASMR videos on YouTube. However, I had made a very grave mistake. I had left autoplay on. So after a few hours, at 4:20 AM in the morning, I was awoken with this.
Jeffrey was like, no, like, you're not leaving. And so when Steven wasn't looking, Jeffrey hit him over the head with a 10-pound dumbbell. And then when he was unconscious, strangled him until he was unalive.
I woke up in sheer panic. What? And thought, who on earth is listening to this? Then I looked at the views. Felt like I was being kicked in the teeth by a rabid goat. It's true crime, a non-fiction genre that focuses in on real-life crimes and the people involved, taking many forms: books, films, audiobooks, shows, mukbangs, makeup tutorials, get ready with me's, ASMR. It seems like people eat this shit up, and I really don't understand it. It feels very morally and ethically questionable to me. 3 years ago, there was a bit of a speak out against it, specifically against one YouTuber called Stephanie Sue, who just made the most outrageous videos. In my opinion, still does. Ooh, yummy. A lobotomy, nice. Can you imagine? You die, right? You come back down to earth to see what's going on, and this is what people are making about you. Oh no. Oh no.
Ruby!
What? Am I?
Yes, you have passed on.
Oh, for God's sake. I didn't even get to finish the Molly May Behind It All documentary. Are you joking?
Yeah, well, it's not my fault, is it?
I mean, I feel like you could have stopped it.
What was I meant to do?
I mean, like, you know, you're God. Actually, no, you know what, that's a good point. Why do you let so many little kids get bad illnesses?
This isn't the main issue right now.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty prevalent, you know.
Shut up!
Okay, I'll stop.
You have made it to the gates of heaven.
What, really?
Yes. Wait, why? What did you do?
No, nothing.
Okay, well, before you enter, you can ask me one question, and I will reveal the answer.
Oh, I know. I want to know what people are posting about me online.
Really? Don't want to check in on family?
Nah, they're probably pissed because of all the debt that I left, but you know.
Okay.
What? Right, yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, I'd be pissed. Who cares? Who cares about the poor grieving families? They just want to heal from their trauma.
It is so sad and so heartbreaking and it's so disgusting. Literally made me cry watching the documentary. It's really, really sad. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Oh yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Obviously it's sad, but you don't care. You're just trying to create entertainment for the viewers, and it's a little bit obvious.
But
this is gonna sound like a really weird way of describing it, but it feels like an odd branch of like porn. There's something off about it. The way people obsess about it and the way people are addicted to it, it's giving off the same vibe. True crime fans do not help their case.
I don't care about the hate. Teddy would be so proud of Ted Nation since we are always keeping him in the media.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Putting the glasses on, this is serious. He would have killed you too. He wouldn't have hesitated. Oh, sorry, my mistake. I forgot. he wouldn't have killed you. He wouldn't have even been able to lay a hand on you. You're the only person he couldn't bring himself to hurt. The only girl he could ever potentially feel some sort of compassion for. He just couldn't bring himself to hurt you, and he's confused because of this internal conflict battling on inside him, driven by the pure force of his passionate emotional feelings for you. And when he tried to off you, he lifted up the bat, but you turned around and you looked him in the eyes and you went, look at me, look at me. It's me, don't do this. It's me, it's me. And he dropped the bat. Tears welled up in his eyes, confused, hurt. He broke down, fell to the floor and confided in you, revealed all his dark childhood traumas. I swear to God, that is what some people think is going to happen. No, he would have killed you too. But this is the issue with true crime. It commercializes and fictionalizes very real and tragic events. I do understand the curiosity of what creates somebody that could do something like this. Trying to look back at this person's life to prevent it happening again. It does highlight the social and violent injustices against specific groups of people. But it seems that a lot of YouTube videos, that is not their aim. And it just seems like these killers are being sensationalized for views and clicks. Why are you sitting in a darkened room with scary music all around you, with blood dripping down the walls, special effects? It's dramatized. You're creating this horror movie illusion to make it like a film. If anything, these true crime videos are giving people ideas. The online global hunger for this genre has been picked up by streaming services, and they started pumping out docu-series, films about serial killers, missing people, all that jazz. Recently, there's been the release of the Ruby Frank documentary, which follows along the lives of a religious family vlogging channel and how it ended up in a horrendous child abuse case. The thing is, I don't actually think documentaries like this are an issue. Here we have the victims in this case and the people around them involved in this story, willingly and actively taking part in a series. I much felt like it was a warning to people. They wanted people to see how they fell victim to specific dangers and how these things can be avoided. And campaign against family vlogging channels, which I am a huge advocate for. If you post your kids online, you're a weirdo. Ooh. Oh, friend. Fun fact, in California, apparently, if you have a YouTube channel or any social media where your kid is the main focus of the page, the majority of the money made on that account has to be put in a trust fund for the kid. So guess what the parents are doing to avoid saving money for their children and taking it all for themselves? They're moving out of California. The government go, oh, you're making your child be an employee every day, and then you're taking all their money. Slavery. Maybe you should put that money in a trust fund for them. And people are going, absolutely not. Me, saving money for my child. And they're moving out of the state. Here is a video of a woman doing her makeup whilst the CCTV footage of another woman's last moments are playing next to her. I don't understand how you can think that this is okay or acceptable. Your family member kicks the bucket in a horrible way. You're trying to get over it, and you've got people baking souffles while a clip of their death plays next to it. Like, what? When did this become normal? Oh, I've got a good murder. I want you to read to me when I have a bath. Some kid down my block was just stabbed to death. This to me is the biggest example of detachment that true crime has created and formed. The amount of fictional films, books, audiobooks, scripts that are out there are endless. It's not necessary. Why is it the only thing that entices you is that real people were injured and in pain? The main argument of creating series on serial killers or like true crime storytime videos is to raise awareness. But raise awareness of what? The information is already out there the same way you're doing it, but you know that it will get clicks and views, so you do it for money. These killings and the pain of these families are now just a story to be exploited and exposed.
Oh, Ruby, it's not the same. It's not like a Netflix series. It's not like an Amazon Prime or Disney Plus series.
But nowadays, I would say social media is definitely a competitor there. A YouTube video can get millions of views, and in my eyes, it's just as bad.
It's case file time. That's right, with the files and the cases involved. It's case file time.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Let's have a look. Morally and ethically debatable. Lack of empathy, exploiting the exploited, re-traumatizing people, desensitizing people, glamorizing killers. Not normal. Yeah, heavy on that last one there. True crime is all about how it's presented. We as a species have got to a point where we are so connected that we are so out of touch. It's like when when Logan Paul filmed The Forest, he didn't see a problem with blurring the guy's face out and posting it online because he wasn't thinking about the family. He was thinking about his own video and the clicks and the thumbnail. And we just get way too wrapped up in that as a generation. So I think it's safe to call this case a violation. And not just the internet, but the family and friends of people involved.
So true crime, you're fired.
Guys, this entire video, I've been so worried that you haven't been able to see my laptop background. If you don't know who that is, get to know. Now that's a true crime. You get it, because it's a crime. True crime. Sorry.